All right, we'll continue on, eh? Hopefully that's... Okay, welcome back to ANZCRL Combined Racing League's Race 2 here at Circuit of the Americas National Layout. I'm your host, Woody Lizard, and alongside me, Darky. Welcome back, Darky.
Howdy, Woody. Good to be back here for this sprint race.
Yeah, definitely. And look at that grid order sorted out just like the from the previous race results of the race for pole. So we'll have Dado Racer on pole alongside him, Sado 15 in the first of the team of the Casho cars. Then alongside him on row 2, in the inside will be Jetto, and then a Logical Sports. And then we have Night Havoc with Weary Night on row 3, Commander Jim and Dark Lord on row 4. And then row 5 we have Highlander and Tim and Jack. And then Commander Cirrus and Blue Falcon on row 6. And on the final row, row 7, we've got Casey and B-Stang.
That's it.
So should be interesting. 16 laps with accelerated tyre wear. I don't know if these tyres are going to last out, Darky. I reckon we're going to see a few cars come down the lane in this race.
We'll see what happens. Also, like to bit of a shout out to our sponsor, 1-800-FERRETS. That's right. If you want ferret delivered by air, shot out of a can to your doorstep, call 1-800-FERRETS. Terms and conditions apply.
This is not a real product, and call 1-800-FERRETS. There's no ferrets are harmed in the breaking of this product.
As we're about to get ready for the start here of this 16-lap race. And away we go, and Dado has streaked off and almost up. That looks like Highlander's had a massive jump down the middle.
Yeah, but they all, Constantine are up here, and they all close into this turn 1. Very tight.
Oh, there's a bit of contact with Jetto in the back.
Jetto's had a good move though up the inside, and they've all seemed to get through cleanly, except for one of the cars, Weary, right up the back, I think.
Yeah, Weary's falling to the back there. So watch him come through fast S's through here.
Commander Cirrus has had a great run into up to 7th, up a spot, up 2 spots, I think.
That's it.
But Sado was the fastest man in the previous race, and he's right behind Dado, about half a second behind. So this first opening lap, obviously Sado wants to try and stay on the back of Dado and maybe even push him a little bit hard so those tyres get worn out.
That's it. And then the other teammates are right behind him again, with Jetto with the Logical right behind him.
Yeah, look at Highlander. Great start from him. He really needed that in 5th, and he's right behind this battle for 3rd, right behind the Logical. Keep an eye out for what might happen here. Highlander.
That's it. And this
wasn't too happy.
That's it. And this long, sweeping, brutal right-hander there does kill the tyres pretty quickly there. It's this very tricky final couple of corners. Very easy to run wide there.
And this final corner is probably one of the most important corners in this layout, because you've got to get that good run. So you get a good run down this straight and then up the hill. Maximise most of your top-end speed. Will Highlander have a look up the inside here? It's a very good overtaking spot, but it looks like the Logical's covering early.
That's it.
Yeah. Cars get very light up here, Darky, out of turn 1.
That's it. Get on the power a bit too much. They can get all squirrely, stick out the rear end.
Nice.
Casey's also jumped up into 10th now. She's made some positions.
Yeah, he started 13th, so he'll be happy in the 10th.
And there's Weary Night.
4 spots.
Down in 11th, unfortunately, having a few little connection issues by the look of it, but that's just the way it sometimes rolls. So B-Stang with a slightly damaged Falcon, damage there to the front and the side. Dark Lord is falling all the way down to 13th now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of damage, front end damage.
Dado's defending from Sado aggressively. He's picked up a time penalty.
Yeah, I think a lot of them have been. They did say that in the dash. I mean, the race for pole, the 5 lappers, there was a lot of slowdown penalties being given to the guys. So it's a thing where they say they think, well, will they try and slow down to wipe that slowdown penalty, or just push on and just hope that penalty's only a 1 or 2 second penalty.
Sado runs a bit wide there in the front straight, so it gives Dado a chance to streak out a little bit.
Yeah, but why Sado's doing this too, he's just putting that pressure on Dado to try and push a little bit harder, wear up his tyres as well. Could be a move from Sado to try and help his teammate Jetto to move on forward if they can have a good run and conserve their tyres a little bit.
That's it. Here's Highlander's trying to make his way forward more. And number 4, Mondelin Falcon. Commander Series just not too far behind him there in 6th position.
Yeah, Commander Series
Oh,
is
that looks like-
having a good little run there, but what happened there?
I was gonna say Weary's
Jack?
Weary's just ran a bit wide there, so Beasting's just got ahead of him there.
Nice move, Dark Lord in 11th. And just behind him is Night Havoc. Obviously something went wrong with Night Havoc to be there in 12th.
Oh, Casey's had a spin too, I'd say, because he's dropped a couple of positions now.
The rotten luck for Blue Falcons continuing. He's at the back of the grid at the moment, but Highlander, he's looking strong. Under a second to Logical
and we've
Sports.
just lost one car.
I think that's Blue Falcon. We were just talking, so he's had some rotten luck tonight. But Highlander's looking strong here. I think that he may be one of the drivers that could be conserving his tyres, and we don't know if they're on hards. I'm not too sure if the graphic shows us on
It
screen.
won't. Cheto goes defensive into turn 1 here. But that's going to make him vulnerable to the exit for a Logical to have a crack at him.
Just see the undulations here of this circuit up through turn 1 and down into turn 2. And again, you're still rising up into this sweeping part of the circuit. Reminds us of Silverstone.
That's it, and it's very tricky S complex. You don't want to run wide here, and you've got to be careful with this little chicane here, because you can give it a slow down hard on the brakes, a little drop there. Car bounces it through.
Sato looking strong.
That's it. Dado just locking up here in the mid-section of the track here. Sato's definitely hounding Dado a lot more in this race.
Yeah, you can see just locking up the front left, and the left gets a big punish now. This is where we got 3 really long right-hand corners, and the tyres just get chewed up. You can pretty much watch your tyre graphic drop as you're coming out of this corner.
Also being behind another car doesn't help, because the slight error, what should we get, will reduce the grip you've got on the car.
Yeah, so we know the hard tyres actually have a white strip around the tyre wall, but as we think in the game, I think they're just always yellow. Doesn't matter if you're on hards or softs.
That's it.
In the online.
So we'll run back to, let's have a look at the back of the field. Here's Casey. He's doing alright. He's fallen back, unfortunately, but he's still on it. 35 seconds. And there's Darkle there. A bit of damage to his Falcon.
Yeah, and as we know, most people, the tyres are going to be a telling point here. We're just on to our 5th lap now of 16.
Yep, here's Highlander's teammate, Tim and Jack. In the length right now, trying to battle Night Havoc. Oh, that looks like Weary Knight. He's had an issue. And Tim and Jack's just made the move, got 2 done. Casey's in pit lane now.
Yeah, Night Havoc actually followed, I think, got sucked in there with Weary going in deep in that corner.
Yep, that can happen.
Wide
you're big. Oh, there goes Weary. Exit stage right, not having a good. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Unfortunately, he's not having a good night right now. That's a bit of damage to that Falcon. Flick turns it.
He's got a lot of damage.
That's it.
On that rear wing. He's not enjoying it. He actually had some pace as well tonight, so it's not looking good. He's going to actually come into the pits for damage.
I'll say so. You put a fresh set of boots on, he'll be able to make a crack. But here comes Sato. Sato's just hounding the back of Dado.
Yeah, a bit fast, as you can see that previous lap compared to Dado. Not much.
Dado's just got a slight better run out at the final corner here.
Geez, they've got the pace going at the moment, 29.
Dado goes turns in early.
As Weary Knight is retired into the pits, he's out. He's had enough.
Sato's trying to make the move around here, but this isn't really a passing opportunity. Single file through this fast line S complex.
So the Statesman's trying to show the youngster Sato.
Yep, how it's done.
Not so youngster, but just showing how it's all done. Keeping it nice and smooth, just defending, putting the car in the right spot.
These two both going at it. They've been at it since the word go. Oh, Sato's really close enough on Dado now. Oh, he's giving a bit of a love tap. Giving him a bit of the hurry up.
Just let him know that he's there.
That's it. But unfortunately, it's allowed Dado to scamper off a little bit.
But also, we've got the battle also for third. It's all heating up as well.
Yep.
The Logical Sports and Jetto.
Down to the final corner. This final corner, you think it's pretty simple, but it can be tricky. The curbs can really make the car move around quite a lot. So you just got to be careful about that.
I think the V8s don't really like to get on the outside of their curbs too much as you're trying to get the power down. It's just, what's happening up in front of them here?
That's a logical.
Highlander just
sussing them out, just trying to watch out what they're doing. See if these guys will get into it. So it is fast, complex. You got to get the car slow down, but you still got to get the car turned in, or logical just a little bit deep to there. Gets up in the curve.
Yeah, I think a Logical has a nice flow through there, but he's had to actually break through the corner a little bit so he didn't get in the back of Jetto just then. That's why Logical's car was moving around a little bit. It's still looking very strong in the second of the extra cars.
That's it. I think Jetto's just struggling a little bit with his car now. I think the tyres are just starting to drop off on him right now. He's driving a bit more defensive. Well, Logical's trying to set him up to get better run out of the corners. Sato's closing
like also,
right up on Dado now.
Oh yeah, keep it here on this battle. I was just going to say, there's been another disconnect. I think that might be Casey.
Yep, we've lost Casey. Oh, Dado gets a wiggle out of the final corner. Here comes Sato around the outside, down the front straight, gets up out of power run, and now takes the lead on lap 7, start of lap 8. But is Dado going to send it down the inside of turn 1 here? Let's have a look-see. He's still down there. But Sato gives him the room. Oh, runs a bit wide, gives him the curve, got to be careful. But Sato makes the move and it sticks now. So Sato takes the lead over on lap 8 now.
Yeah, good work by Sato. He's been putting that pressure on. Dado. So it's the Team Casho car first and third.
Oh, Night Havoc's
the
in.
extra cars second and fourth.
Night
Havoc comes in.
Is he? Probably a few repairs, maybe throw some tyres at the car. It's got nothing loose. You get back to the train of cars now.
I really think this is just for tyres. I just think that they might just put the fronts on. I think the rears will get to the end. It's the fronts that actually get chewed up.
Oh, here comes a Logical looking down the inside of Jetto. Can't quite make it. He is all up. Oh, he's letting Jetto definitely know where he is. Or Jetto goes a bit wide there.
He's got the right-hand corner here, so he's on the right side of the track.
Yep, that's it.
Jetto. Yeah, it's a flowing type of circuit, but it's where you can position the car. You can defend quite good if you get that car in the right spots, knowing what corners are coming up next.
I think Jetto is definitely struggling with tyres now on lap 8. They've definitely dropped off for him. He's really struggling now, you can tell. Just can't put the car where he wants to.
Now Commander Cirrus now is having a good run too in 6th position.
That's it.
He's not too far away from this battle.
But here comes the Logical. Oh, they've touched. They've got to be careful.
Oh.
Logical's just sitting down the inside. Jetto tries to shut the door. Can Jetto hang around the outside? No, he can't. But here comes Highlander. Highlander's going to try and have a crack at this now.
Yeah, so Logical will want to try and get it and spread it, get a bit of a distance because he knows that I think Highlander's just been foxing a little bit, just conserving tyres to try and have a better run at the end.
That's it. And there's Commander Sears in the background there. Bit of a lonesome race, but sometimes that's what you want. Oh! Bit of a wiggle there.
Yeah, cutting the corner. That'll be a time penalty. Probably won't be able to get rid of that.
Nah. Just take the penalty and keep rolling. Here's Highlander's trying to have a crack at Jetto now. Lap 9 of 16 now for the sprint race here at Circuit of Americas for V8 SuperCars of America. But Dato's right on the back of Sato now. Like, Sato hasn't been able to pull away. He's just sort of just stuck with him now. Oh, Dado sends it deep. Oh, they've hit.
Oh, Sato was actually losing it at the time, and Dado had no.
But here comes his teammate. Here comes the Logical Sport, and Logical Sport is like, oh, Dado goes ultra aggressive to cut the line off again.
I just had my. Sato's going to redress here. I don't think.
Going to give the Logical Sports here the chance to get into it.
I don't know why he does. I don't really think he needs to really address as such. It was a little mistake from him.
He got slower and unfortunately hit contact with Dado, and that just sent Dado around. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, but the redresses are
and that contact saves Sato.
Dive bombs more than anything,
Dado
so you can't help that.
I think he's struggling now.
Yeah, having
so all of a
front
sudden,
end damage.
Now everyone's line astern now. Look at this, there's watching more coming.
This is really benefiting Highlander as well at the moment, so
That's it.
he's been
Dado's just got around Dado.
And
Dado's falling back here. Dado's got an issue.
Yeah, he's going to have...
He's just backed off right there then.
Yeah, I think he's...
And here comes Commander Serious.
I think he's got suspension. I reckon he'll be in for pits here. I think he might be trying to change a strategy to get some damage repair done as well. And the tyres.
That's it. So Highlander's gained out of that. He's up into fourth now. Logical Sports up into second. Jetto's back into third.
So that's unfortunate.
Commander Serious all over the backside of Dado.
And again, Commander Jim's too. He's slowly creeping towards this gap as well. So you might find that Dado, if he's not in the pits, and maybe it was just him trying to get used to. He's probably got a little bit of left hand down or something with suspension damage, and just trying to come to grips with it.
That's it. Might have also had to slow down and try to get rid of it. He didn't want the time penalty. Oh, Highlander, the big lock up into the first corner. Sends it deep.
I tell you what,
Dado's nowhere near to have a crack at him again.
These boys are doing a good job out there with these soft tyres on accelerated tyre wear. I would be thinking that we'll be seeing sparks coming off the front left shortly where they're running on the canvas.
I think when we get to about to lap 13, there's pretty much used canvas then. So Highlander coming under a bit of a challenge from Dado, and Serious just in the background there, just waiting to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, and Highlander's going to need to have his wits about him, because Dado's looking everywhere at the moment, trying to point his nose. Every little area here, the team modelling car in front.
Big lock up from Highlander. Misses the apex. Oh, Highlander can't get it turned in there.
Yeah, Dado had to let off a lot there, so whatever we thought Dado might have had some damage, I don't think there would have been, as you said, I think it might have been a time penalty or something he was trying to wipe out. Oh, Highlander's going in too deep.
Oh, a bit of contact there. Yeah, I think Highlander's struggling now with the front end of his car. The bite isn't there, but Dado still seems to have the bite in the front end of the car.
You can delve down the inside.
Look at this, he's just...
Oh, Highlander's
trying to make the move. No.
Up for the battle.
Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Yeah, they wouldn't have really noticed. It was only very light, that one. Nice driving by the two guys.
That's it. Through this super fast flowing complex. It can be quite difficult. Look at Dado, he closes right up on the back of Highlander. Oh, he sent him wide, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got great mid-corner speed, Dado, by the looks of things, and that's costing him because he's too close to Highlander and he can't do anything about that.
He really has to try and set him up about a couple of corners beforehand.
I tell you what, though, we've got, another 3 laps after this lap here. We're going to really find out how these tyres are holding in.
Yeah, Dado's still got heaps of turn in by look at his car compared to Highlander. Highlander just doesn't quite get the front end bite it now. Even with that incident with Sato that Dado had, he's still... Oh, look at that big wiggle.
So
yes, Highlander's really struggling the front end of the car. Can't get it turned in where he likes.
That's where
Bombs over the curve there.
I think Dado needs to think next lap. He needs to have a bit of gap between him and Highlander coming into those 3 right-handers, and try and do it so he can just drift right out and be on the inside for the second last corner on the
I
left
reckon
hand.
Dado might have a crack here. He's got the drag run. He's got a run on the inside of him.
Yeah.
He's side by side of him, and here he goes.
Oh,
No, oh, bit of contact again.
Highland's wanting to turn in early, but
Yeah, he's got the cut in early, but can you make the outside turn run? I don't think it's going to happen this time. And Dado takes the position back up into fourth now.
nice move. And it looks like Highland is, yeah, as you're saying, he's just struggling to turn in because it looks like Commander Cirrus is going to get around the outside.
He's trying to
Both into the wall.
Out the wall. Oh, Cirrus is spinning around.
Oh, gives Highlander a little bit of a tap. That's not as what Highlander thought would have been wanting to happen.
And here comes Commander Jim. Commander Jim is like, thank you very much, boys. I'll be taking that.
Yeah, taking fifth. So, geez, Highlander's been in the walls tonight in the race for pole, and then tonight he's had himself in good positions. But going on with the fight, and unfortunately Commander Cirrus going hard and both locking up and had nowhere. They couldn't turn in Highlander because Cirrus was in the inside. And they both found the
Cirrus
wall.
made the move at the outside. For the inside of the next corner, unfortunately Highlander turned in, probably not expecting Cirrus to be there, and the cars got joined together at the hip and then was exit off the track, stage right.
That's right. Look at B-Stang. He's going well in 8th position as well, so he's looking good.
He's not doing anything overly fancy, but he's just doing the laps. He's about 26 seconds off the lead, but he's doing the laps. Bit of damage to the side of the car.
But, you know, with all the battling that's up front, and we've been seeing the argy-bargy, he's just been able to have that nice clean run, looking after the tyres, and he's got Cirrus in his eye of sight here.
That's it.
With, what, 2 laps remaining?
In 7th. And Highlander's just got past Commander Jim. Jim's gone really wide there, so Highlander's got back A position now.
Dropped a ton of time though. When you think about it, he was just battling with Dado, and look, he's lost 15 seconds to Dado.
Yeah.
In 1 lap. That's what it can do when you run off the track there. He was in a hard battle with Commander Cirrus. In this section here, they went straight on into the wall.
And then Cirrus gassed it up too hard, trying to get back in the race. Sometimes you have to be a little bit gentler. You'll be fine.
That's right.
But here's Dado trying to make his way forward again on the back of Jetto. So he's looking at the back of one cash show car now, and now he's looking at the other one.
Yeah, he'll be sick of seeing these cash show cars, but this position means a lot for Dado for his championship run as well.
And Dado's unbelievably on brakes when any car he seems to drive now.
See, they're doing the weave down the main straight.
Trying to break the aero drag. Jetto goes defensive. Really defensive. That might send him wide on the apex here. But they will give him the inside run for the next corner.
Yeah, but
here comes Dado. Dado's going to stick it around the outside here.
He's got the pace.
And he's made the move stick.
So I tell you what, these Team Exeter cars have absolutely got their car set up for that corner, because his mid-corner speed, we've been saying that earlier, and logical as well, has been so strong.
That's it. So Jetto drops a position now. Dado moves up into 3rd.
He's gapped him, hasn't he?
Yeah, Jetto ran a little bit wide the next corner, and then trying to get back to the track has cost him a bit of time.
So what do we got?
Here's Commander Jim.
Yeah, just trying to... Oh,
Commander Jim on Highlander.
Back onto Highlander again. And he's had a good run out of there as well, Commander Jim. He'll be looking to pounce, I think, in these double right-hand, the 3 right-hand corners coming up in the next few corners.
Yeah, I think a bit of aero damage on the front of all these guys' cars isn't helping, and probably also I think Highlander's probably killed his front tyres, so the car's not stopping or turning as much as you would like.
So this is the telling point here to see what Commander Jim can do here. These 3 right-hand corners where Highlander's been struggling. Right.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Highlander's definitely struggling to the right-hand. He can't get the car turned in enough. And look, here comes Commander Cirrus. He's having caught up in the back of these guys again. Up on the curve, there goes Highlander. And here comes Cirrus. He's wants to get into this battle now.
Yes, they got 1 more lap remaining.
Oh,
Cirrus
gives him a slide tap, and around he goes, and donuts in the final corner.
And he's going to get just in front of B-Stank, but here he goes. B-Stank's going to have the run into 7th.
Here comes Commander Jim.
So this is the battle we want to see, because looks like this could be a change for 5th position.
So Sirius was doing so well, but little mistakes have cost him. He's fallen back down to 8th now. He's in battle beast thing right now. There he is, just on the back of him now.
Yeah, so
in the
that's
background
another
there.
battle for those two as well. Going to be interesting to see if Cirrus can get back into 7th. As Sato
Here is our leader.
got one more
Sato
corner.
15. That's it. Makes it to the final corner, and Sato 15 is going to come home and win the sprint race here at Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, nice run by them. The team Casho Car, the team will be happy, and a logical
Jetto in 3rd.
in 2nd.
Is Datto.
They got time penalties.
Jetto in 4th.
Jetto leapfrogged
Oh,
with the
Jetto
time
snagged
penalties. So there you
Here
go.
comes Highlander and Commander Jim. They're still going at it.
Can he get a run out of the final corner? Commander Jim set him up. Highlander's covering the inside. The
But
drag
Highlander doesn't
race.
have a time penalty, so for Jim's not going to get it. But let's see if Jim falls back due to the other guys.
Oh, with B-Stang, he's not too far behind B-Stang.
B-Stain gets Jim. Sirius stays 8th. That
So
sounds like... Yeah, that's illogical doing frying those tyres. He doesn't need them anymore.
No, there'll be a bit of life in the rears, but nothing in the fronts. As Night Havoc coming in for 11th.
There goes Tim Jackie, comes home in 10th. And Night Havoc.
Yes, finished on the lead lap. He ended up having a good run.
That's it.
Stayed on the lead lap. He had some incidents early on. So there we go. Complete race 2. We've got one more race remaining, which we'll have up very shortly. We have a 10-minute qualifying session before the feature race. But there we go for the sprint race. We have Sato 15 in the team Casho Car coming in first with Logical Sports in 2nd. Jetto 13 in the 2nd of the team Casho Cars in 3rd. And Datto Racer in the 2nd of the Extra P51 Sim Sports Cars in 4th. Highlander, a race that probably could have been a little bit better, but in 5th he'll still take those points. He'll be happy with that. And B-Stang, what a run by him in the Besman Automotive team, picking up 6 after Commander Jim's time penalty cost him dearly in the end. Drops to 7th. And then Commander Sirius in 8th. Another race that maybe could have been up a bit higher, but 5-second penalties as well. Costly. We've Dark Lord in 9th, and Tim and Jack in the 2nd of the team Mondelin Cars in 10th. And then we'll go down the order to pick up. We have Night Havoc in 11th. And then Casey
Retired on lap 5.
On lap 5. So that's unfortunate there. But we'll see him back in the feature race very shortly. So this is a rough standings of the championship. The points are a little bit different, being awarded for the sprint and the feature race, but it'll be similar in this order where we got Sato 15 still on first position with the Logical Sports and Datto in 3rd. Jetto will be in 4th. Highlander in 5th, still holds on 5th. Devil X, well, he'll be up a little bit higher, I believe, because he'll be getting points based on what Casey gets. So he'll get half points for that race for coming in 12th. But yeah, we'll call it this race 2 over, Darky, and we'll come back very shortly for the final race here at Circuit of the Americas.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay.